Welcome back. Today I'm going to be drawing Black Panther as a tribute to Chadwick Boseman. So I hope you guys enjoy this one. Let's start right here with his nose, and I'm going to start with kind of like a pentagon shape, a small pentagon shape. So 5 sides, kind of like a very small house. And then right here is where I'm going to make some slanted kind of triangles. And we're going to do that on both sides. And if you've drawn the Batman that I had just drawn, which I'll link in the description below, it's a very similar setup to what we're drawing here. So now I'm gonna kind of just take some lines and bring them up, kind of curve them up, and we're gonna double that up. So try to keep those lines parallel to each other as they extend up. And also, as I talked about in the Batman drawing, we're keeping things fairly symmetrical, meaning the same on both sides. So we're going to do another line, just like that, for some more details on both sides. Okay. And now I'm going to come down from the top here, and we'll round out his mask. And it's going to be straight along the bottom, and then again, kind of symmetrical on the other side and bringing it up. And that's where we'll make some pointed lines for his ears. And another one over here. And then we'll do some more detail lines kind of swinging across under the eye and then straight down. And we'll do that on both sides. Okay. And now moving on to the body, I'm going to start with 2 lines for his neck. And bringing kind of a short line right here for the start of his shoulders on both sides. So what I want to do is leave a little space because I want to draw his necklace first. So directly straight down, we're going to draw the first part of his necklace, the large kind of a triangular shape here. And then we're just going to kind of curve these triangle shapes as we move toward his shoulder area. And as we do that, they're getting smaller. And keep it as symmetrical as you can. If it tends to get a little bigger on one side, I mean, that's okay as well. Now we're just going to connect it with some lines across for his necklace. All right, now we're going to bring his shoulders around, so I'm just kind of curving the line out on both sides. I'm going to extend this one a little bit longer because I like to kind of turn the body sometimes just slightly. So now I'm extending the line down, and then we're going to go straight down along the side here. We'll curve it underneath for his hands, which we'll come back to. Let's start his arm on this side. Again, kind of just a slight bump to show a little of his muscle coming down. Here's his forearm, which kind of curves out, and then his hand is going to be kind of curved out and around for the bottom of his hands. All right, the part of his body here. So now we're going to do his kind of his upper chest area. So coming straight down, and I'm going to make a kind of a slightly curved line and then up on both ends. Kind of very similar to Batman. Again, curved line around here, up on both ends. And now we can kind of determine where the outside of his body is going to be. So I'm going to make a curved line around. And this one I'm going to, like I said, widen a little bit and then straight kind of down on both sides. So now we can know where the inside of his arm is going to be. I'm going to start it here and kind of curve it around. We want to bring it close to the wrist and then out for his thumb. And he has some claws on his gloves, so we'll bring that around and then curve a line around and in. And here's his finger on the inside. Same thing on this side, kind of bring a line down, closer at the wrist, and then out and around for his thumb. There's the claw, bring a line all the way around, kind of a curved circle, almost a circular line, and then a claw inside for his finger there. All right, now we're going to bring his kind of his belt area here, which is just kind of 2 almost kind of teeth-like shapes that kind of come in like this. Extend these lines down for his hips, and now we're going to extend his legs out. So his legs are going to be slightly angled out. I'm going to stop here. That's going to be about where his knee is going to be. Same thing on this side, slightly angled out. to the opposite side. Okay, now this is where his knee is going to be, so we're going to kind of taper it in and then taper it back out for his calf. And this is the front part of his leg, so we'll bring these lines down. Again, they taper closer as they get toward the ankle, just like the wrist. And we'll bring this kind of around. And he does have boots, so I'm just going to kind of bring a little bit of a heel out and up. Okay, same thing on this side. This is his knee, so we want to taper it in and then out. This is his calf, and curve it in, because we know we're going to get kind of thinner as we come toward the ankle and here. And then this boot I'm going to bring down. I'm actually going to extend this kind of out a little bit more. And then kind of just made it up. So that's the basic figure drawing of Black Panther. I just want to kind of add some detail areas here. So we're going to put some triangular designs along his elbow area. Same thing on this side, or his inner elbow. Triangular designs here. Okay, we'll give him some wrist cuffs on both sides. Again, another reason for doing this is to create some design, some interest in the piece, and also to vary the color, because Black Panther's suit is mostly black. So this is his knee, little line up here to indicate his leg muscles, little curved line here for his knee, and then here we're just going to indicate some more design. So I'm just going to kind of draw in some triangle areas. Again, these designs don't have to exactly match what I'm doing here. If you want to switch it up or give him sort of a different look, different costume, because he did have some different designs for his costume that his sister made in the movie. So that was kind of cool. And we'll do another detail line along here. I think we are just about finished with the drawing section, and a little detail in his ear area. All right, let's get on to adding color. So I'm first going to start with just a black colored pencil, and I'm just going to basically, we'll start at the top of the mask here, and just kind of very slowly and lightly, I want to just fill in these areas. So I want to be really careful not to get into the design area, because that is going to separate the contrast and show the contrast of the costume and the color. So take your time when you're doing this, and again, you can do this in any material that you have. Crayons work really well, colored pencils, markers, whatever you like using, whatever feels best to you. Okay, coming down along his neck area. I'm not going to fully color everything. I'm going to leave a little bit of a highlight on some areas, again, just to kind of show that contrast. I'm going to make this side of the mask slightly darker. Will indicate the light source will be coming from the right side in the drawing, and coming below the necklace. Around his shoulders. Again, we're going to go a little lighter on the right side, so I'm going to leave that and come over on the left side and start to fill this in. Just kind of doing it's like a very thin circular motion. Okay, for that kind of the detail part here, I just going to leave a little bit of a lighter area above it, and as I come across, it's getting lighter and lighter. lighter area above his top of his stomach. Coming across there. On the sides, this is to indicate his hip. On his other arm. Black Panther is probably my favorite Marvel character, so I was excited to draw this and share this with you guys. Okay, filling in the top portion of his leg area. Being careful not to get into the design part of his costume. And kind of just outlining the area first and then going back and adding the color. And coming up here to finish off his arm, leaving the cuff area open. I'm going to come back. I do have kind of a light gray for that I'm going to use. And come down here, fill in his boots. So Black Panther probably has one of the most simple color patterns that we've drawn together, if you followed a bunch of my drawings. Okay, I'm going to switch over to a very light gray. I'm going to fill in all of these design areas on his costume. And here. And his necklace here. And his armbands. His cuff. His claws. And the designs on his hips and legs. And his boot area designs. Throwing a little bit of a highlight kind of around these areas. Colored pencils are kind of a nice way to do that. You can almost blend with the colored pencil, whereas sometimes markers won't really allow you to blend. All right, and that's going to conclude our drawing for Black Panther. I hope you guys really enjoyed this one. He's so much fun to draw. Give him a try. Bye.